We in the office.
There's a price you pay for the game you play.
Oh! We in the office. Oh!
What's going on with your family?
What is going on? See,
I know y'all missed us.
this makes me feel so happy.
I know y'all missed us.
Look
We
at
missed
us.
you too, though.
Look at this.
I know.
Look how everything worked out. It's a full circle. We all in the same room. Y'all niggas in trouble.
Oh, yes.
Oh, it's about to get real around this bitch.
Y'all thought that was ready last time? Yeah, I have no fucking idea what y'all walking into.
Do you understand me? It's about to be lit.
This dude's crazy, man.
Can't wait.
Yeah. Anywho.
Welcome back to Say How You Feel. You know, we happy y'all tuned back in and came to fuck with us. On this episode here, we're gonna be talking about something. You know what I'm saying? We might get a little controversy here, but at the end of the day, you know, it's all love. It's all about positive vibes and whatnot. So we're gonna answer try to answer the age-old question: can you turn a hoe into a housewife? And in the words Ludacris, you can't. Because hoes don't act right. There's hoes on a mission and there's hoes on a crack pipe.
I mean, this is,
Bro.
I believe wholeheartedly
one
that
would
you
believe.
can.
Huh?
I said, I believe you can.
I think it depends on the person.
You absolutely cannot.
I think it depends on how deep in the rabbit hole they are.
Okay, well, let's.
I think, okay, if we're going to break this shit down, let's keep it a step, right?
Let's start expounding on some of these ideas we got here. Do I just be making up words on this bitch? I feel like I kind of do.
Yeah, you do.
All right, fuck
Listen, expounding. Anyway,
Go for it. Just jump in.
primary thing, right? I think why would you want to turn a hoe into a housewife?
I mean, everybody deserves happiness. Hoes don't deserve happiness and
Never
love
said they
and
don't.
families.
But that doesn't mean they have to be a housewife to be happy. Shit, that sounds kind of depressing if you think about
I
it.
think
It really does.
But you had all this freedom, and now you just locked down. I think that's where that shit comes from. Like, you got someone who's quote unquote free spirited, and then here you are trying to put them in a cage. And it's like they know what freedom tastes like.
right.
That's one way to look at it. You know what I'm saying? Another way to look at it is like the insecurities of your nigga.
He said you snatched this bitch out the wild and threw her in captivity. And now she just pacing back and forth, looking outside, remembering what could have been.
Word. Like
I used to run the Pride Lands, bitch.
Locking the bitch in the cave and shocking her with a pole.
Facts.
Bitch, you better act right.
Facts.
Why
bro.
this nigga liking your page on IG?
You know how much shit that I used to chase down and eat? And now I'm just sitting here licking the glass.
Who sent this nigga?
Think about all this time. All the time that's passed.
Yo, facts. Tell me that's not right.
I mean,
That's real shit, bro.
it is. But people grow up, man. People, so you get your experience in, and hopefully you make it through your whole stage, and you made it through that whole stage with a lifelong of, experience and tales that could carry you on, and lessons that you could possibly teach your kids to avoid.
I think the mindset of a guy that wants to change a hoe to a housewife is the same as a woman that wants to change a nigga that ain't no good into a husband. Does that make sense?
Of course,
Like,
it makes sense.
you're trying to it's like making a creative player. You know, that shit is in the video game, man. This is reality. You can't change a person of the core of who they are.
Facts.
If that's what they want to do, if they want to be a free spirit and roam, you can't change that shit at all. And if you try to believe that you're gonna change this person, you're gonna be sadly disappointed, and it's gonna be a waste of time.
Damn, that shit's depressing.
But here's my
It
thing.
is,
But,
but I mean that's just the reality of the whole thing. I've known so many people that have tried to. All right, so let's look at the possibilities, the variables of a person that wants to change a hoe to a housewife. Now I know a particular person. I'm not gonna say his name, but we were in the military together. Not basic training. Our first duty station, and this man ended up hooking up with one of the girls that used to smash all the homies, the whole crew, and after
Good for her.
Yeah, good for her. Not so much him. So this guy cuffed her up after she was smashing his homeboy. Fast forward, and also this girl had 3 kids on her own.
That don't mean nothing.
They got 6 kids now.
Can't pull out that thing for shit. She got that snapper.
Right. Now this is a city dude, and from what I remember, this guy he was always about that city life. Like he had he had goals, aspirations to be his best version of himself, but he was so fixated on trying to change this girl because there was one little thing that he liked about her, or maybe the sex was just so damn good that he wanted to change everything else around her.
Nigga threw his whole life away for that.
Literally threw his whole life away, and he's dealing with a crazy ass girl. He's got 3 kids. No, yeah, 3 kids. So they got 6 kids together in total. And now this man went from Florida, well, actually being from D.C., coming down to Florida, being stationed in the military. Now this nigga has a fucking farm in Tennessee. You ain't got no other choice but to get a farm, nigga, because you got like you halfway being cheaper by the dozen.
But at least she was consistent. At least we know the last 3 kids they had with that one man.
He turned the hoe into a housewife.
He did. Successfully.
My big thing about this is anybody is gonna, if you're not that nigga, you're not that nigga. Like if you're not the one for her, she gonna keep doing what she want to do. You know what I'm saying? But if somebody wants to change for their significant other, then they'll make that happen. In case in point being, she was a complete whore beforehand. You know, maybe she wasn't a whore because ain't nobody paying her for money. She just like to fuck a lot. So before she met this guy, and then he locked her down, and like he said, consistently they've been together. We don't know if she been stepping out or not, but at the end of the day, he has.
Right.
So ain't that a bitch?
Right.
So like
defeats the purpose.
You turn, but he successfully turned a quote unquote hoe into a housewife.
Right, but now it's cheaper to keep her because if you stepping out of your relationship, you were so focused on cuffing this girl up, and now you got what you always wanted, and now you 3 kids in.
That ain't what we talking about though.
3, huh?
That ain't what we talking about.
We talking about turning the hoe into a house.
We talking about her. We ain't talking about him. We ain't talking about the downfall of the nigga.
Yeah. I mean,
talking about the transformation, the evolution, the what's that shit? What the photosynthesis of the hoe? You know what I'm saying? Into
this man was different. My point is, this man was so desperate to change a hoe to a housewife that he decided to transfer to being Elmer Fudd, being a fucking farmer.
He might like that shit, man.
Yeah, maybe that's where his real spirit lied. Maybe he been thinking about
maybe
raising chickens and cows and pigs his whole life. He just couldn't do it in DC.
If you knew this nigga, you would
probably think differently.
Yes, you would. Yeah, exactly. If you personally knew this guy, you'd be like, nigga, that ain't you. But hey, more power to you, man.
Straw hat and a tractor.
I mean, it's hard to say, man. I can't.
This nigga turned to John Deere.
You know, people, just like I was about to say right now, like people change, right? Everybody changes, and just like these hoes are out here doing these things, and you said,
of course,
you know, the person they with can't change them. You're absolutely right. That hoe has to want to change for herself, and she can't change.
A hoe, man? Like, let's get that definition out the way first. Is it because of how much sexual experience she has? Is it how many partners she's had at one time? Is it the way she like what makes her a hoe?
All the above.
I think, yeah. Well, if she fucking the homies, plural. If she's fucking the homies,
the team,
like a set of friends.
If she's going through the team, yeah, man.
Like an NBA.
And I don't.
I couldn't see myself try to be with somebody that my homeboy already slid.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like he got a piece of the ass and he just like went crazy.
Cause
like,
how do you look your friend in the face when you come over to the crib? You know what I'm saying? Like
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? All right. That's what I don't understand. Yep.
Good.
So you know what I'm saying? I don't see how me personally I couldn't be with a woman that my homeboy smacked. Because at the end of the day, like, can we even still be friends after that, bro? Because it's like, you know what I'm saying? Say we here, we chilling, you know what I'm saying? You bring Shorty over, and it's like, wait a minute. Like, hey, how you doing? What you doing here? Like, oh, yeah, that's my new girlfriend. Word. That's cool.
I didn't want to do this, but you know what? So.
Just jump right in. Just do it.
I know these people, right? So listen, we was one night, this dude had brought this chick, right? Mm-hmm. He brought this chick to the club, and we were all it's like a big group of friends and shit. So while we were at the club, my boy was there, so he ended up pulling this dude's bitch. Like he pulled this dude's chick. She chose up in front of this nigga.
Damn.
At the club, chose up, right?
Wait a minute, hold on.
Now we can even settle this like you got some class. So we get to some more gangster shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just want to make sure I'm tracking. She was with her man.
She was with one of my other boys. Left him
for another guy
and started dancing with my boy, chilling with him, and then they went home together that night.
Ooh,
Same set of friend group.
Ooh.
Same set of friend group.
Ooh,
right?
The dagger.
Did they fight?
No, the thing was the dude she was with, the past dude didn't care. He was like, oh yeah, it's whatever, man.
She chose up. It is.
She chose up, but no, he was just like, she doesn't mean anything to me. Like it's okay, it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna fast forward, right? So things started getting serious with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually, after things started getting serious, they got married, right?
Oh shit.
So now this
Things got
dude
serious.
thinks that like it's one of those things where it's like, that's why I fucked your bitch, you fat
Fat
motherfucker.
motherfucker.
Right?
Whoa.
But he never said no shit like that. But comments would come out of his mouth, and other people, remember, it's a big group of friends. Other people would hear those comments, right? And when we hear those comments,
They
we were like,
related
"Yo,
to
that's
him.
not okay, man."
He'd be like, hey man, I see why you wifed her up.
shit like that.
Oh.
Yeah. Or maybe like, you know, when, and then it was just weird, bro. It was awkward. It was fucked up. It
So
was
like,
awkward.
what else would he say?
It was just like comments like,
Was it condescending or was it like direct? Like,
Hold
I
on,
want
wait.
you.
What
go,
else
go,
would he
go.
say?
it was all types of things. It was all types of things, bro.
Like what?
He'd be like, okay, he was like, you know, you going home, right? Yeah, I know you going home. You don't want to miss out on that, do you? Like weird shit, like, you know, weird
Damn.
fucked up things like that.
Man,
right?
that one. You know what? I had a flashback.
Did she do that thing for you?
I had a
Did for me? You know what I'm
flashback.
saying? Little
Hey,
tongue
she still
thing.
got that black set. Oh, nigga.
Oh my god.
The next time you got in the bed, do this, man, because I know she like that shit.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. Behind the right ear,
Mm-hmm.
nigga. If you want to push a button,
I don't know how successful you've been in pushing the buttons, but
I'm just giving you a couple tips, baby. I don't know what you're doing. I'm just trying to help you out.
Facts.
Fuck, nigga.
So the shit used to get heated, bro. So long story short,
got a
I'll never
box.
forget this shit because I was sitting down one day. One day, him and his wife walk in. Right, it's not his wife. So him and his wife walk in, and I'm looking, right, and the dude is sitting next to me, like the ex dude sitting next to me. So they walk over to the table, and this nigga's giving her googly eyes, bro, in front of me and other people, nigga, just giving her straight googly eyes.
Look at his
Awkward.
And
lips.
guess what she's doing?
Same back.
looking back.
She looking back at this nigga smiling.
She want that old thing back.
Oh fuck! Don't tell me.
But he
No,
said
no, no.
that spot on.
It never happened.
Oh, you
that,
sure?
that I know of.
I'm about to see you sure?
That I know of.
I don't
But I
know.
know, like, it was just weird, bro. And it was always,
That would've been an indication.
awkward. Like
That's
that.
weird ass tension.
Yeah, that's weird ass tension, and that would have been a clear indication that if it is gonna happen,
She's for the streets.
yeah,
And to this day, I think they still cool, right? And he's still with her.
that's weird.
Hey,
He's
good for
still
him.
with her.
Good for him.
Good
Yeah,
for him.
yeah, good for him, but I don't know. You might have to cut off Buddy because
I don't think Shorty was a hoe either. We can't really say she's
Yeah,
a
we
hoe.
can't say she was a hoe.
Yeah, I
She
don't
got a
think
hoe.
she was
This
I
was
think-
just a series of unfortunate events, and not
Yeah.
necessarily because she ended up, you know what I'm saying,
I think she
married.
just chose
they
up.
happy.
Yeah.
I think she
just
chose up, and the ex was like feeling some type of way.
Yep.
He saw what he could have had, but hey, the
But
stars didn't align for
my
him.
biggest thing though is like, how could you be like me personally, dog. Like,
Would you sleep with a porn star?
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go. Boom. Easy.
You said could you sleep with? You didn't say could you wife a porn star.
Yeah, that's true. That's a
Could
huge
you wife a porn
difference.
star?
I don't know about that.
Nah, I couldn't.
She got violated on
Nah.
camera several times. Women change though. People change. You know, people have a past.
I mean, there's chicks out here that getting violated on regular.
So,
But you don't see it.
yeah.
I'm glad
true.
you brought up porn star because
But hey,
I've
ignorance
had,
is bliss.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so
Indeed,
because I
indeed.
don't know about it, it's okay.
If I don't see it, it don't exist.
Of all you know, a bitch got shat in her mouth, nigga.
Hear no evil, see no evil.
I was just gonna say that.
But if you don't know, it's okay.
Yeah. If I was to, I don't know. Like, I think if I was to be in a relationship with, like, we definitely got to talk about that.
Talk about your
Because-
past.
You gonna start
Hell.
bringing up random questions? Anybody ever shit in your
No.
mouth?
All right. So what?
Because that's what we're talking about, bro. It's like those crazy, like, listen, we all know there's chicks out there that do crazy things, right? That they don't do it to anybody else. Some of these chicks are married and never do like half the shit they was doing when they was in their prime, right? Their fucking
Prime
prime.
whole years.
Right. You know what I'm
Back when you
saying?
was just free, uninhibited.
Just doing whatever the fuck they want to do, right? There's chicks like that. Now, my thing is, me personally, I don't ever ask any question about the past. I'm keeping
I
it
don't care
stacked.
how many
Right.
men you
I
done
don't
been with.
exactly.
No.
I don't ever ask that fucking
No.
question. And if I do ask that question, it's because I'm intrigued. And I just want to know. But I don't ask that question. I don't. Especially if I'm trying to like be serious with you. I definitely don't ask that question.
Because I don't want to look at you differently.
You know how I know if you experience or not? We all know if you know what you're doing. You can feel it. You can see it. You can just know if you know what you're doing. Now, if you know what you're doing too well, that shit makes me want to like, how many bitches is bitch? How many dicks is bitch to suck?
See, nope, that question has never
in my head.
Once. Not once even creeped into my head. You know what? I don't give a fuck.
I agree with you. Like, I wouldn't want to ask. I wouldn't want to ask any questions about the past because that's not my problem.
Like about my past.
Yeah. I don't got nothing to do with the past. However, if you are open to talk about the past, then that gives me all reason to like reassess the situation. Like, you know what?
Nope.
I don't. No. For
I
me,
don't want to know.
Well, yeah, I don't want to know. But if you want to say like, hey, this is what my past is about, you know.
If you listen, if a shorty start talking about, hey, this is how, I'm like, stop right there. So I don't want to know. Don't tell me, bitch, because you tell me it's gonna alter how I view you.
Exactly. So back when I was in Florida, single dude, 22 years old.
This nigga was in his prime. Nah, he's in his prime.
Rare form. I was in rare form unintentionally because like shit just happened. Like,
pussy just falling in the lap.
I ain't gonna say that, but like fortunate.
It's rain and tacos.
Fortunate events would just like, you know, it would just happen without me even trying to make anything happen. But anyway, I was talking to this girl, and you know, we hooked up a couple times, and she told me what she does, and when she told me that, ooh. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute.
I know this one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what? I was taken aback from it. Okay, we can still do what we do, but it ain't gonna go any further than this.
Fuck
because
that.
I can't see myself committing to a woman that's still doing this. Like she's not
following.
Like, it's not like this is my path. I'm still doing this on the side
actively.
What was she doing? Let the audience know. Exactly.
Porn. She was doing porn, so I'm like,
and she's famous too, right?
But again, you 22 years old. She getting paid for this, right?
Right.
Now, you want to know how quick I would have been a guest feature in this shit?
When she brought it up,
let's get the bag together.
This nigga's retarded, bro.
Anyway, so she, excuse me, she when she brought it up, she could tell that I was taken aback from it. And I knew that she was going to follow up with saying that, you know, let's let
me suck your dick on camera.
No, not that. But she wanted to make it serious. She wanted to be
a whole
exclusive.
Series.
Yeah, she wanted.
Damn,
she wanted.
Had a Netflix special.
She wanted things to be exclusive, like in a relationship. And I told her straight up, like, listen.
I ain't got the stroke for that.
I don't know if I got the strength for it because, like, you know, if you're happy, what you're doing is your profession, then cool. But yeah. I can't be comfortable.
Nigga,
with
you know
that.
how tired she would have taken Plan B.
But
she wanted to get serious. Nigga.
But she even went a step further to say, you know what, I give this shit up. I give all this shit up.
You still wouldn't do it?
And no.
Why not?
I don't know. Like something just told me I just
we
didn't
get it, but
want to.
Really
but also,
couldn't.
like, there was other variables too that took into account of why I made my decision. People that she was involved with, other things that she was doing behind the scenes. It was just a recipe of disaster for me.
Hey, listen, man.
And my spidey senses started tingling.
I bet
you know what?
did.
I'm good. And it's a good thing I did that.
Listen.
Yeah.
Here's my thing, right?
Fast forward.
Prostitution is the oldest profession.
Oldest
profession, right? We're entering your world. We're entering your world.
This ain't my world, man. You say that's like I'm a pimp. Come on now.
We're entering one of your little. You like to do case studies on this shit, like
yeah, to an extent.
Right. This is your field of knowledge, we'll say, right? However, it's the oldest profession, right? And my thing is, could you look past all that? Like, look at these women now. These porn stars today, right? I know a lot of porn stars who get out the game, get out the business. They legit have kids, right? They go become fucking real estate agents and shit, or they making bank, and they've been making bank, right? Mm-hmm. Could we really fault them for using their tools or their assets, their body as an asset, right, to make money? It sounds fucking crazy. Athletes do it though.
Yeah.
Right? Athletes go out there and they use their bodies to make money.
Listen, it ain't for everybody.
It's not for everybody, but
and
I do
it takes a strong person to be able to, to be able to deal with, one of these type of, ex strippers, stuff like that. It takes a secure man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So if you got insecurities that you so worried about,
she's not for you.
I feel the same way about niggas that got an attractive woman though. It's like you mad because niggas because niggas look at your woman like, bro, like.
See, I think that's OD. Like if your woman's attractive and you feel some type of way, you get all pissed off.
In your feelings and shit, you yelling at her because she pretty.
Wait. Hold up. Okay, cool. She's pretty, but does that mean that she has to come outside half naked?
What do you mean?
I'm saying because there's women out there, right, that who know they're
dressed
bad,
promiscuous,
and they just exactly
dress promiscuous.
They bend that line. They bend that line in how they dress and what they show.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
I feel like you know what I'm saying, you should cover up a little bit. You ain't got to show the bottom of the cheeks.
You can be sexy and also modest and also dress with you know what I mean.
Respect that.
Respect that man. That's what the main thing.
Yeah.
That's what the main thing.
But you're right. I do agree. Like you should never. I tell you a crazy story.
Some girls before you even. I just want to add this. Like we it's there's two sides to the coin. So most women feel some type of way when fellas walk out in public with sweatpants on.
Oh man,
especially after a fresh cut.
Especially after a fresh cut.
Them gray ones, right?
Gray sweatpants.
I never forget. I came home the one time fresh cut. As soon as I came home, I hopped in the shower. I was like, "Yo, I'm about to go to the store," and she just looked at me like,
"Change your pants."
What are you doing?
Change your pants.
Okay,
Nigga,
you just want some attention today, huh?
Oh my
I said,
God.
"Oh, my fault. I'm sorry. I apologize. I ain't even do it on purpose."
I was with my mom one time, nigga, and she was like, "Isaiah, you can never wear those again around me." The meat gazing that was going on, nigga, like I was a gazelle in Africa, nigga. It was insane out there. The meat gazing that was going on.
It's fucking hilarious.
But anyways, back to my point though. So I'm gonna tell you a story. So me and Josh, you know my little brother Josh.
Yeah.
So me and Josh, we in Jersey, and we stop at one of those little fucking rest areas. So we go into Starbucks, and when we get out the car, we see this dude park his car and get out before us. Now his chick, she got a body, bro. Asian chick, she had a body. Like I'm talking, body was on point.
Yaddy.
10 out of 10?
10's a hard number for me.
10 is a hard number.
Double digit, but I give that bitch a good 9. Solid 9.
Solid
and then
9?
She was Asian.
Damn. That's still an A.
And she had the yams.
Okay.
Like Kendrick would be proud.
Oh, wow.
She had yams. So we get out the car, and we looking, and my brother has a thing for Asian women, bro. He loves Asian women. Like, if you Asian, you got it. You're already in. So we're looking, and we get in line. They go to Starbucks. Look at that, Starbucks. So we're in line, and then she just keeps looking over at us as we're in line. And her dude...
Damn, she choosing up.
I wouldn't say choosing up, but she's just looking, right? But the thing is, there's a way to look, and there's a way to, like, you're staring. Mm-hmm. And her man called her staring. So he started like, grabbing her ass. And he started, like, kissing her neck. And as she's doing that, she's looking at us. So it made me feel kind of weird. I was like, they into that kind of shit? However... my brother doesn't get mad about stuff like this, right? So as we're standing there, my brother says, "Listen, man, nobody wants your girl." And I tapped him like, "Yo, Josh, what the fuck?"
Whoa,
I was like,
those are fighting words now, nigga. What the fuck is wrong with you?
He's like,
did I say something to you, fuck, nigga? Like, get the fuck out of here! I didn't say shit to you. So now you let me know what's going on. You want my girl, huh? Yeah. There's about to be some smoke in this.
That means
bitch.
you watching.
Bro. Move the coffee beans, bitch.
But the thing is,
like, you peeking, but he ain't speaking.
He doesn't ever get like mad about shit like that. But he was so mad, and he was like, "Nobody wants your girl." And the dude kind of just acted like he didn't hear him, and they walked off. Real shit. So we sat down. We get Chick-fil-A now. We sitting down, we eating, drinking the coffee, talking shit, and then 10 minutes after, you know how something's bothering a nigga. And my brother's not like this, bro. He never voices how he feels. I swear, bro. This shit caught me so off guard because I was like, "Dang, you still thinking about that?"
That motherfucker said that
shit really bothered me.
Hitting the table and shit. Got motherfucker. I can't believe this motherfucker said all that shit.
I got something to say.
Yes, bro. Yes. You know how motherfuckers just sitting there and they just,
what did you say?
Yes, bro. He was just like, he's like, you know what really makes me upset? I was like, what? What makes you upset? He's like, the way that this guy thinks that we want his girl. I don't want your bitch. Hey, my brother talks. He don't talk like I talk. The nigga talk different. He's like, I don't want your bitch. She don't even look all that. She like, what's wrong with that dude? He's like, how insecure of a man you have to be to she comes out the house like that, or she leaves like that, right? You know she's being very promiscuous, and there's nothing wrong with that. She can do that.
It's not that she's being promiscuous because of the way she's dressed. Let's get past that.
Okay, right. But however, right, you know she's pretty. You know she's a good looking woman, and then you are so insecure that you feel that you have to be all over her because you feel like she would leave you. Mm-hmm. That's you. He's like, that's your problem. He's like, we don't want your girl. That's your problem. And he's
you're afraid
like,
that you're gonna lose her because of whatever your reason
like. Right.
are.
Because I know if it was me, nigga, I know that bitch ain't going nowhere.
You insecure.
Exactly.
You insecure. You know you got a catch, and you holding on to her with dear life.
You know what my nickname is?
What's that?
Yeah, they call me Mario. You wanna know why they call me Mario?
Because you always trying to save a hoe.
He always try to save a peach.
I'm bullshitting. Where Bowser at? Where Bowser at?
No.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Let's go.
Nah, nigga, because I leave the pipe. Anyway, as we were saying, nigga, I'm the plumber.
Hell no.
I'm the plumber.
All right.
Anyway.
That was cool.
Yeah, but listen.
The plumber.
At the end of the day, she ain't going nowhere, man. She is not going anywhere, and you should not be insecure about something like that.
So when turning a hoe into a housewife, I feel like the biggest thing is it plays off of the person that's trying to accomplish this feat, as well as does she want that to happen. Mm-hmm. You can't force something on somebody who don't want to change, who don't really, who don't really want that. You know how hard it is to catch a lion and put that motherfucker in captivity? You know how hard it is to catch a gorilla out in the wild and put him in captivity? And you can't do it.
Once they see that gate open, that lion,
freedom.
They're gonna see it as an opportunity.
They're gonna run free.
Right.
Because they understand what's out there.
You can't put somebody in the box
unless they choose to be in the box.
Right.
And I'm not, look,
even if
being
they
a
choose
housewife
to be,
doesn't mean you being in the box.
Even if they choose to be in the box, they can leave that box wherever the fuck they feel like it.
That's true.
When we say housewife, we more so mean, can you lock her down? Can you take her from the streets and,
make her your
her
companion?
And
your partner.
If we're being realistic, it has to, like we said, it has to be what they want.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So the answer to this question
is
yes.
You can.
Look at that. And it was a no for you in the beginning.
Yeah, it was.
You can.
Look at that.
Now I'm a believer.
Look at that. Y'all welcome.
I'm gonna be honest.
Welcome to another seminar from your boy.
I learned something new today.
Let's keep it a stack. How many hoes we know that are turned into housewives?
We still got time. We're just still in their 20s.
I know a few.
I know a few that's in their 30s now, and they still disheveled in life. So.
Oh, what does disheveled in life have to do with being a hoe?
They still a hoe, and they have had many failed relationships.
Of course.
And all those men tried to convert her.
Maybe he just wasn't the right one.
Right.
She didn't get the right leader yet. She didn't get the right man that just came.
She didn't get that right spark.
You know what I'm saying? The right one that came through and just,
I'm telling you.
Y'all know this person I'm talking about?
No.
Exactly.
Ooh. He's okay.
I do appreciate.
Fuck out of here, nigga. Fuck you.
I
appreciate. I'll just shut the fuck up. That's what I'll do.
You know this.
Shut
this
the
bitch?
fuck up. No, I personally I understand y'all being devil's advocate.
It's not really being devil's advocate. It's just I guess it's more of a we don't know, and you also don't know.
Right.
Exactly what goes on inside of these relationships.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, maybe she's dealing with a bunch of bitch ass niggas.
You know what?
Right.
You know what? You're absolutely right. So I take that back.
It's okay.
Yeah, I am assuming.
And you know what happens when you assume.
Making an ass
out of you
and me.
Both
damn.
of us.
Look at that. I'm learning. Look, they schooling me.
Shit.
I'm going to sip on this yak.
At the end of the day, right? The way I'm looking at this shit, it's like you definitely can, bro. I know a lot of women out there who were very, very, very active, right? In their years. And at the end of the day, they finally settled down, they calmed down, they realized, listen, there's more to life than just taking 2 dicks at one time. Let's just say it how we feel, right? Call a spade a spade.
Anyone can change.
And let's go ahead and look at the other side of this coin. On the flip side of this coin, what if there's a man who we would consider a player, but by definition of what we're talking about, having multiple sexual partners or multiple partners at one time,
I think it
would
applies
be
to
a
Sam.
hoe, right? you would have to want to stay. That's the biggest thing. If you want to change for somebody, you're gonna change. You know?
I think it applies the same, but society doesn't give men the same amount of pressure
Back to
as
that
women.
Master Key argument.
Yep, I was about to say. I think
I
so.
get it.
Listen, let's keep it a stack because now we here. We gonna touch it. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
No.
I brought it up for a reason.
Yeah, we gonna talk about this shit. Listen, when it comes to, and I always say this, men and women. We already know we talked about double standards, right?
Yeah.
Now we're talking about this shit. There's a huge double standard, right? Not like men. It's more of like a conquering thing. It's more of like a yes, I can sleep with this many women.
What if a nigga tricking on all his women?
That's different. But I do believe, right? Because tricking is ulterior motive. It's not like you're just doing it because you're a man, right?
It's pay for play.
Right.
You're trying to get something out of it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Besides the sex, like as a man though, it's like I do really believe like
What do you
genetically.
Whoa. The primary motive for tricking is the sex.
The primary motive for tricking is to get something out of him. That's tricking. That's
Sex, nigga. Like
no. Sex
and like
sex and then
money.
finessing a bitch out her panties is different. Tricking,
Money.
like because you said yourself.
when I say tricking, I'm talking about spending money.
Mm-hmm.
Spending
You're
your own
spending a
money.
man. What does a man worry about more than if he don't have a family? What's your number one motivation for everything?
So
it's money.
so,
right.
so
you're
being-
giving up
Women
your
and
money.
money.
Question.
You're giving up your money for women.
So question.
Right? You tricking.
Yeah.
Question. Being a sugar baby.
No,
Would that
you
be
got it wrong.
considered? Huh?
I got
No,
it
go
wrong.
ahead. Go ahead. I'll tell you. Mo got it wrong. Go ahead, free.
Being a sugar baby, having a sugar mama, sugar daddy.
That's
Does
tricking.
does that make you trick? Does that?
Yes.
Does that
Yeah,
consider-
somebody tricking on
Okay.
you.
Boom,
That's
you got it
considered
wrong.
tricking.
The way tricking works is the person who is finessing that individual out of their money. That's tricking.
They
I'm
have an
tricking
angle.
this nigga. Tricking this nigga. I'm tricking him into giving me money. I'm doing this to think they're gonna get something out of this, like love or relationship. I'm tricking this nigga. That's the tricking part of it.
That shit happens all the time.
You being the person that's being tricked, right?
You're
does
the
not
trick.
make- You are exactly. You are the trick. You understand?
If you're actively, you know for a fact that you're spending money.
Right.
Right.
You're the trick.
I'm giving you money. I know I'm giving you money,
Right.
and I know why I'm giving you money.
Right.
I'm tricking on you.
Yes. No.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
It's
but
flipped.
It's flipped. But
It's flipped.
it's one of those things. It's a two-way street. I look at it like that.
No.
Because the niggas, man, I've been out here tricking off on this bitch trying to get this money on her, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here. I know this young girl ain't
Yes.
interested in me. I know
Yes.
she ain't interested in me.
Yes.
But I know that she gonna stick around for this money.
Okay, I can see your point now. I see your point. However, right, if
That's
I feel
being a-
it's
that's being a sugar daddy, right?
Yeah, you
And
being a
he's-
sugar daddy.
he's the trick.
You being a sugar daddy. You
because
Okay.
these hoes, they be like, oh, I got this trick, I got this one trick, I got
Either-
this trick, I
either
got
that,
this trick.
Either that, or could you? Someone being put in the friend zone. What about that? Like a girl that
Puts a nigga in the friend zone,
a
but
girl
uses him for everything.
a girl knows
She tricking
a-
that nigga.
right,
She tricking
right.
that nigga.
The girl knows. Yo. So I went to
Yeah.
the restaurant that's the bar that's by my
Yeah,
place. You know
I
what I'm talking
love
about?
that.
The
Oh,
outdoor
yes,
joint?
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
that's
yes.
my spot.
Yes,
So
yes.
way to make the block hot.
I'm
Say,
sorry.
God damn.
What you, nigga? Dad, he asked me a question, I answered.
Ooh,
motherfucker.
I
yeah.
tried to-
Ooh, man. I
love that
love
place.
that place.
no, that place is dope.
The appetizers are scrumptious.
I went there. I went there a couple weeks ago, and I was the only one. I was the only one there. I got there relatively early. I was waiting for my train, so I'm grabbing something to drink. And across the bar was this bad chick and some dude. They came in, and this girl was like talking all out loud, saying that my car got towed last night. I'm having a fucked up day. And this guy, you could tell when the guy's feeling the girl. Mm-hmm. So I'm watching the
You
guy.
can almost smell it.
Yeah, I could tell this guy is really, really trying to like make it out that friend zone. Now I knew without a shadow of a doubt that this guy was in fact in the friend zone when you ever seen Walking Dead?
Yeah.
Remember Daryl? The badass nigga with the motorcycle and
with
shit,
the crossbow.
the crossbow, yeah. Motherfucker came in looking just like him. Walked in and he
That
knew
nigga
the
like
chick.
stink.
He knew the chick.
Yeah.
And she started hugging all over him. And he sat down. Now you're thinking before he showed up, they're having a date. And he's trying to, help her out, trying to, save her, whatever you want to call it. But when he showed up, the entire energy changed. Homeboy had his hands crossed and he was just like
Here come
sipping
this
his
bitch
drink.
ass
He
nigga.
wasn't even excluded. He wasn't even included with their conversation. So it's almost like the dude just came and intervened and just stole the whole spotlight.
Then after that, he took Shorty and was like, "Here, you got the bill, right?" And buddy was stuck
Yo,
there,
she walked
sad
out.
at the bar.
Yo, dude with the motorcycle left, and homegirl walked out of the bar, and she's like damn near down the block, and she's on the phone. I don't know who she's talking to. The dude, and she's been out there for a good 30 minutes, a whole half hour, and this dude's just sitting here with his stuff, like, you know, twiddling his thumbs and shit, just waiting for this girl. And then he just looked at the bartender, "Check, please." I was like, damn. Depression.
Not
So
me.
that made me think, like, okay, this girl's keeping this motherfucker around
Nah,
because
I
he
said the
know
cat.
that she was in a tough spot. Let me call this guy because I know he gonna answer. I know he like me or whatever.
Right.
And that's
But listen, that's his cross to bear, not me. Nigga.
Yeah.
would that be
That's
considered? Would
That's
that be
she
said?
tricking. Yeah,
That's
she tricking that nigga.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Absolutely. That's what I'm trying to say. When it comes to tricking, right? That's what it is. That's kind of the analogy. But what I was getting back to earlier, right, was you have these women out here.
Tomato.
Fair. You have these women out here, right, who essentially they want these relationships, right? They really do want to settle down. However, if you have someone who wants to be out there, they want to just, you know, they want to be free, they want to do what they want to do, right? Does that make it wrong? Does that make it wrong?
No.
Make what wrong?
Does it make it a hoe because they want to be so promiscuous?
No, it's your body, your choice. You do what you want to.
And you touched on something. Dressing doesn't what?
Dressing doesn't make you a hoe.
No,
even
it
though,
doesn't.
you know,
It doesn't.
if in the words of the great Dave
Dave
Chappelle,
Chappelle, yes.
if I'm wearing a police officer uniform, you know what I'm saying, you run up on me, "Officer, I need help." Just because I'm dressed this way
Does
does not make me an officer. Like, I get it, you know.
Right.
You're not a hoe, but you're wearing a hoe's uniform. I'm not going to judge you off of your clothes, though. You know what I'm saying? Especially in this day and age.
I judge you off your actions.
I'm going to judge you off your actions. Regardless of the fact, you know what I'm saying? It's like you do what you want to. It's your body, your choice. Whatever makes you happy at the end of the day. You know, but I know that you chasing something. With all these partners you got, you chasing something.
You have an angle.
Or you running from something. Either way, there's something there's an underlying factor of why you're doing this. Or, you know, fuck it, you just like fucking and you just want to be happy. That's cool too. You know, you do what you want to do. I ain't gonna judge you though. That's your life.
So as we get ready to close this up, I got one last question.
Different strokes for different folks. Go ahead.
Different strokes.
So as we wrap this up, right? I got one question I want to pose.
Like a little ride in their life.
Do you think daddy issues plays a factor in being a hoe?
I completely believe that a woman's relationship with her father definitely relates to how she deals with men.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Okay, hold on. All right, before we get to there, another thing I want to talk about because I'm definitely
Always wrapping this up.
we
Fuck
are
happened to that.
we are wrapping this up, but this is something we can plug and play, right? Men, because the whole men thing wasn't really fully adjusted, right? A man wanting to have multiple partners, I feel like genetically, it's just natural.
How many animals are monogamous in the animal kingdom? How many male species?
One that I know of,
What,
penguins.
It's penguins, and I think it's a fucking swan or some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
Too.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Two.
Very few.
Very few.
Yeah,
Or very few. We'll say very few.
Very few.
Because
It's something inherent
give out an accurate
in
number.
the male species
Yes.
where, you know, where
I'm gonna settle down with this one person.
where humans are kind of, you know, we kind of on our own when it comes to this,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But it's also, I don't know. I get what
Listen.
you're saying because that was always my grandfather's argument.
Yeah.
That was my grandfather's argument. He really
exactly.
believed 110% that men were not supposed to just have
that-
one
It
woman.
says
Yeah,
it
that's
You know,
what-
because
many
we're outnumbered
Bible-
on this planet already,
Right.
which ties
Many
back
OGs.
into our prior episodes where we talk about a good man. You know what I'm saying? That's why we kind of weighed a little bit more heavy on that good man thing because we are outnumbered. And then if you take away men who are incarcerated, men who are homosexual, it ain't too many of us left out here in these streets.
Endangered species.
So if you're gonna maintain that man, if you're gonna maintain that relationship,
You
you
better
got
do
to
it right.
You got to be on your A game, baby, because
Right.
somebody always plotting, somebody always trying to. They waiting for that opening. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing, right? So it's like it comes down to the point where that's another reason why women get looked at differently than men. If you think about it, because everything you
'Cause
just
more
said is
y'all.
facts,
Yeah.
right? And then here you have a woman who's essentially right
Being greedy.
exactly multiple times over and over and over again, right? So look how that looks. But we're the point that I'm making, right? It's always gonna be different, right? It's always gonna be different. Now, it doesn't mean that a man can't settle down with just one person. Absolutely not. Of course, right? But you got to be that one.
Yeah.
And also, you know what it is. Like, men are always thinking. Honestly, men are always thinking sex. It's no fucking surprise. Yeah, I know it. But don't think that sex is gonna equate to love, because that's what I feel like women do a lot. Oh, if I get this nigga some pussy, I'm good. Psych.
You thought.
Psych.
It don't work like that.
It does not work like that. And then men think, if I get this bitch some money, I'm good. Psych.
You thought.
Don't work
She's
like
fucking
that.
the next nigga too.
She got to get the dick somewhere.
Right. So I always feel like it's different when it comes to men, like a man and a woman. And you brought that up. Like, does it make a man a hoe? Does it?
It's a double-sided coin.
If it's natural.
I see some niggas, you
There's
know what I'm
vices
saying?
on
And I
both
look
ends.
at them and say, you a hoe ass nigga. But when I say that, it's because you feminine. You might get a lot of women, you know what I'm saying? You might.
But the way you
might
carry
be a
yourself, the way
player,
you move.
But you a hoe, bro. Like you ain't no player, nigga. You was a clean hoe. Like,
A clean hoe.
cause you's a bitch ass nigga.
Not a dirty hoe, but a clean hoe. That means you
Regardless
take-
of the fact, you know, it is what it is.
And with that, we conclude. Everybody, we want to say welcome back to Say It How You Feel. Thank you guys for listening. We missed you guys. We are back. We ready to roll. We going to talk about some shit the rest of this season. Y'all stay tuned. I promise you, we're going to get deep. I'm Say.
I'm free.
And I'm Mo.
Hey, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys.
Please.
And follow us on Instagram, like us on Facebook, as well as follow the podcast on whatever platform you listen to podcasts. Apple Music, we on Spotify. We're about to be on Google Podcasts too. Wherever you want to listen to us at, we'll be there.
That's right. See you guys next week.
Straight like that. Y'all be safe, fam. Till
Peace.
next time.
Peace.
Peace.